This is Gary Atencio with CNTV, and today we're in Pennsylvania. I am here with a sci-fi writer who has written novels traveling across the country and documenting its amazing wildlife, scenery, one fishing trip at a time. I am joined with Stephen. Thanks so much for joining us here today.
Glad to be here.
I'm going to start off a little bit about yourself. You were formerly educated at State University of New York at Albany, Fairleigh Dickinson University. Your friends really know you as Stephen, yet your readers may know you under your pen name. Share with us what that name is, and are those two people the same, or would you say they both have their own personalities?
My pen name is Fidus Jungsturm, which is a reference to 19th century Germanic folk art, which I always found very fascinating because of its dark, strange aesthetics to it. And they are this, and me, Stephen Gamella, and Fidus Jungsturm are the same person. We have the same personality. I just like using that pen name to add an air of mystery to my work, at least initially when I
Yeah.
first started, because I just had like a flair for that kind of aesthetic. I'm a very dark artist. I like the macabre. I like things that make people want to look away but can't look away at the
Wonderful.
same time. I like that kind of
That's the best kind of entertainment, is it not? The kind that really
Yes,
really grabs
I
us.
agree.
Many types of writers I have introduced. So let's first explain a sci-fi writer is an author who crafts narratives within the science fiction genre. I'd say most sci-fi stories are often set in futuristic or alternative realities many times. So is imagination a critical requirement for this type of writing?
Absolutely. It is absolutely a critical requirement for that kind of writing because as a writer, as a sci-fi writer, we're often told that we're not just writers. We imagine things. We are fisher people, we are naturalists, we are historians, we are technologists, we are futurists. We have to know all these things and have a mindset of all these things in order to be able to write the stories that we are passionate about.
Absolutely. You've been writing since the legal age of 18. Was your own imagination a great fit for sci-fi? And when did you realize you maybe had a talent for writing?
Oh, yeah. Well, I realized I had a talent for writing when I was in high school, in my senior year of high school, when I was issued an assignment in my advanced placement English class by my teacher. His name was Greg McAvoy was the name, and he's an amazing guy. I credit him with helping me discover my talent as a writer. And the assignment was a creative writing assignment around Halloween, which was to write something spooky or write something dark or something like that, just to kind of like get people's assessment of where they were as a writer. What I wrote was a dystopian horror story about a man named Oleg Molotov who sought to recreate a successor state to the Soviet Union. And when I wrote that story, when I realized I had a talent, I read the story, and one of the girls in my high school class got so disturbed by it that it literally caused this whole drama thing at school. And my teacher pulled me aside and was like, Stephen, you have talent, you should absolutely pursue this. And so I did. So by the time I hit college, my freshman year of college, I was really, really experimenting with writing a lot. I was writing draft after draft after draft, coming up with character after character after character after character. But Sojourn, the big sci-fi saga that I wrote, Sojourn, What Dreams Await, was
Wow.
came to me on February 14th, 2014, when I woke up and saw a writing prompt that said on WordPress.com that said it is the far future. Humanity has colonized the entire local group of galaxies using technology beyond anyone today's wildest imagination. But but one of the last TV shows that you watched has to at least be the loose inspiration for politics and philosophy in this world. What does this universe look like? And the two things that were on in the house that I was in prior to that were Death Note and the original Gossip Girl. So believe it or not, I came up with this massive sci-fi
Wow.
universe just from inspirations that had nothing to do with sci-fi. So the bottom line is you never know how things are going to inspire you. You never
Yep.
know what is going to spark your fancy or do anything like that. So I've been writing Sojourn ever since 2014. I
Yep.
published my first Sojourn book in 2017, and I've released 44 more self published Sojourn books since then under my
Gee,
pen name and my real name.
I mean, now with 40 plus books under your pen in the Sojourn Saga, I mean, share with us a little bit. What are the readers going to experience in this saga? And would you say it's completed? Is it done? Or are there going to be more coming at us?
There are going to be more books coming out,
Okay.
but I'm closer to the end than the beginning at this point now. And as for the emotions you're going to feel reading this book, you get the full range of human emotions. You will feel sadness, you will feel joy, you will feel anger, you will feel rage, you will hate some of these characters with a burning passion. However, you will come away from the story with an entirely new perspective on a lot of different things, and that's exactly why and the goal of why I wrote this.
That's exciting. I mean, you really pride yourself on writing some of the most eye popping content possible. With
Yes.
what recesses of your mind do you have to dip into to create this type of entertainment? I mean, do you shock and surprise even yourself sometimes?
Yes, I do. I do. I shock and surprise myself even sometimes. And the bottom line is the reason why I write, the mindset that I put myself in to write those kinds of dark things is I struggle with depression sometimes. And sometimes when I'm depressed, I do my best writing because you can channel that pain and all that negativity that you're feeling into art. And some of the greatest artists in history, some of the greatest musicians in history have done this. And I hope to eventually sign my name to the history books with my art just as they have with theirs.
That is interesting. We're talking about some raw emotion that is real. So obviously the words pop off the page. Are you currently searching for representation for the books that you're hoping to turn? I mean, maybe into the next Hollywood franchise, right?
Yes, yes, I'm currently searching for representation as an author, and I'm currently searching for representation as a screenwriter, and I've written 39 scripts as well. I've written 39 scripts. They all take place in the same Sojourn universe as the books. They don't exactly follow the plot of the books, but that's, the whole point of screenwriting. You want to give whoever is making the film some creative liberty with the source material. You don't want to dictate too much to them because they want to have they want to leave their thumbprint on it as well. So I
That
am searching for representation and I am making progress with that.
that is exciting. I mean, writing, self-publishing, it can be challenging. What are some of the personal roadblocks that you have had to overcome in your journey?
The personal roadblocks that I've had to overcome were the fact that I have autism spectrum disorder. I do have that. It's Asperger's type. That's what it used to be called. It's just called high functioning autism spectrum disorder now. I also have had depression time and time again. But, in order to overcome those things, I've always turned to art. I've always turned to creating. That's always been my way of coping, and it's always been my creative outlet. And I will always do that.
I imagine many people that read your books, that's their coping mechanism as well. Taking themselves away to somewhere else, definitely. It's safe to say success has not come easy for you. Now, with more than 200 individual manuscripts, has nearly a decade of hard work seem maybe now to finally start to pay off a little bit, would you say?
I would agree it is because I have had some of the Sojourn books trending on social media for years. There have been bookstores that have done targeted ad campaigns with my books, and the books have gotten tens of thousands of likes on those ads on Facebook and other social media channels. I've made a lot of connections in the industry, and I, hope to continue building connections through social media and networking sites. And I really, really hope that my success continues on an upward trajectory.
That is exciting to see in your journey. Speaking of success, was it exciting to see your books trending, be it on the search engines or even on Amazon type of thing? What are some of the recognition you've gotten there?
Some of the recognitions that I've gotten there are that I've been recognized as an Amazon bestseller by some of the bookstores that have been selling my books in the past. I've been recognized as an Amazon bestseller. There are some sites that I have found where I have over 1 million 5-star reviews on just one book alone. So I have that, and I've won a lot of screenwriting competitions. I've placed in a lot of screenwriting competitions. Probably the biggest screenwriting competition that I placed in was the Paris Art and Movie Awards in 2023, and I was in the top three in my category.
That is fantastic. I mean, you were selected to the Stellar Publishing New York's top 300 most influential professionals worldwide a few years ago. How do you
Yes.
hope your influence lands you in some film and screen circles?
I hope that my influence does that in the sense that other people that may be going through difficulty and other people that may be experiencing the same difficulties that I grew up with will look at me and take inspiration from me and be like, you know what? If that guy can do this kind of stuff, I can overcome anything that I want to.
Excellent. You placed as a finalist in the BST Cinema Collective Screenwriting Contest a while back. As you receive recognition now, what advice would you give new writers out there that are just starting out?
Just write whatever comes naturally to you. The whole point of writing is it's an outlet. It's a creative outlet, just like any art. It shouldn't feel like work. If it feels like work, you're not doing it right. You have to do something that comes naturally to you. And if it comes naturally to you, keep doing it because you never know where it's going to take you.
Before we let you go, share with our viewers where they can find your books, your writing, and under what pen name again for them.
You can find my work on Amazon and most major bookstore chains worldwide under my real name, Stephen Gamella, or my pen name, Fidus Youngsturm. And you can find me on Instagram and Facebook under my real name, Stephen Gamella, or under another pseudonym for one of my Instagram accounts called Takata's Dark Dreams, all one word.
Excellent. From the Paris Art and Movie Awards to trending on social media, I mean, has it been rewarding to not only write, but learn how to self-publish and self-promote yourself out there?
Yes, it has, and it's been very empowering. Through doing these kinds of things and writing, I have managed to pull myself out of a depression and create a life where it's very difficult for me to be sad. That is how you recover from depression. You don't recover from depression by simply being happy. You
Nope.
recover by creating a life for yourself where it's very difficult for you to be sad and with a support system of people that love and care about you. And I feel very blessed to have those things.
Fetus Jungstrom. This is Gary Atencio with CNTV. And if you don't know, now you know.